intro song?
Yeah, right. We need like a sweet, like a coffee and Pokemon. You could probably do it. Just take that sound bite right there.
It's
And
Coffee and Pokemon.
it's really, yeah, it's just whatever rock tune you want to throw, and then just
It's like a mashup with the Folgers
yeah.
commercial.
The best part of waking up is coffee and Pokemon in your cup.
Coffee
Come
and
on,
Pokemon in your cup.
come on, that's just lovely. Hey everybody, Zach
What's up,
Humphrey here
guys?
at Terrace Abbott. This is coffee and Pokemon. See that segue? That was a nice segue.
Nice, dog.
That's good. Today, I'm excited because I'm going to talk about all of the products and all the waves that are coming in, and some news about Vivid Voltage and some other reprints and stuff. We last time we spoke, we were talking about the Pokemon Presents because you watched it after I left on the last podcast. So after I left, you guys got to see that. We were talking about what we could possibly see. So I'm sure we'll talk through like what we actually saw that was confirmed. Diamond and Pearl was one that we thought we would see, and it certainly was there.
Yeah, stoked about that. Good morning, Patrick, Mike.
Patrick, Mike, hello. What's up, guys? Hello. Yeah, so that's really cool. There's a couple Easter eggs that were in that video too, and I didn't want to talk about Posty, but I for sure want to talk about the Vivid Voltage reprint stuff. It's funny because you messaged me. I had talked to a distributor about it that will go unnamed, but you had actually messaged me about it independently and was like, what's up with this Vivid Voltage?
Well, it's because Trevor reached out to me. I was live or doing something, and he PM'd me, and he's like, hey, just so you're aware, the distributors said they don't think Vivid Voltage is going to be reprinted in any time in the foreseeable future, which for anybody that, thinks of sealed product as stock, that's like a holy shit, take down all of your listings because that thing's about to trend up hard.
Yeah. Yeah. And this, I was talking to you about it earlier. It's like almost when somebody explained, when the person that kind of gave us that news explained to me what was going on behind it. Some other wires kind of connected. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But there's a couple reasons that something might not get reprinted. Because when that person told me, it's very likely for Viv. It was weird how the conversation was going, but in particular, we were talking about reprints, and out of the blue, they were just like, "Oh yeah, it sounds like Vivid Voltage isn't going to get a reprint." And I was like, "Wow, that's surprising." We thought for sure that Darkness Ablaze got a bunch of them. We just thought for sure that Vivid would also get one.
Yeah,
right?
Man, it's like for a set that's as popular as Vivid Voltage, you would just think like if they're going to be reprinting any sets, Vivid Voltage has to be up there, like in the top 3.
Right.
Set. They didn't print very much of it to begin with, and they and I just got done making a buy, sell, hold video where I had Vivid Voltage on like my sell list because it's like, well, it's trending around $200. ETBs are 75.80. If you have them, I'd sell them because it's so likely that it's going to be reprinted. And then the next day or two, I find out that it's wild.
Well, right, and that's Pokemon. Welcome, right? Everybody that thinks you could buy or sell or not do something, just wait 10 minutes and something will change.
So
like trainers, like I would have never guessed the full art trainer market would have just flown up in that. It was like 4 days, and all of a sudden, all full art trainers were elevated $10, $20.
Yeah, and it happens quick, man. It happens like super fast.
It was like overnight.
XY Evolutions was like that. I was just thinking about it the other day, how there was like how does that happen? All of a sudden, it's like all of a sudden, I think it happens maybe on eBay first. People start buying the higher price stuff, and the sold listings start trending higher, and everybody watches those and reprices accordingly, and everyone's like, oh well, my stuff's not priced as high as this, and this sold, so I better price mine a little bit higher than that. And it kind of like leapfrogs each other until they don't want to pay that much. Well, it just keeps going and going as long as people are okay
Yeah,
paying
it
that
just
price.
snowballs.
Yeah, so I think it's eBay first, but it's so weird because it's like, is there just like a boardroom of people and they're like, you know what, what price do we want to inflate now? Well, let's just all go out and start buying up XY evolutions until booster boxes are $1,000.
Is there like a Wall Street bets for Pokemon somewhere that we don't know about? It's like a
I
Wall
don't
Street
know.
Pokemon, Kanto region I don't know. Bets, Kanto bets. That's funny. I
So is
like
there
that.
any other insight behind the Vivid
So okay,
Voltage
so here's what
info?
happened.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to her. Okay, well, why would that happen with everything else that's getting reprinted? And she goes, there's one or two reasons that this is usually going to happen. This person tells me, there's one or two reasons that this is usually going to happen. One, Pokemon, for whatever reason, believes that this set or whatever it is that they're going to stop printing is so highly collectible that they want to make that set collectible for some reason. Like there's some maybe year or two later reason that they want that set to not be printed anymore for its collectability, right? And she goes, we see that quite often. And that's for all different types of sets. Magic the Gathering does similar stuff. Yu-Gi-Oh does similar stuff. If there's something that's really highly collectible and that is going to be big in the future, that they intentionally print it in a certain way and then stop printing it pretty quickly. I don't think that's what's going on here, though. I think it's the second one, which is what this person kind of tuned me into, is when certain things are happening at the warehouse and at the printing facilities, right? Where they need to change over major lines in order to print new types of cards or new types of product. They don't want to have to rechange those lines back over to reprint old types of product, right? Because it's very expensive, right? So if there's some reason they're about ready to change the cards in a major way, or they're about ready to, or they don't want to spend the money on whatever print type was in that previous set, they will stop reprinting it because it's just too expensive for them to buy new machines or get new ink or get new whatever.
Well, the only thing I can think of is the Amazing Rares. There's a big difference in the way that they're set up to print these amazing rare cards, but they had the Amazing Rares in this Shining Fates,
Right, but here's where it kind of kicker is too. Everything that prints is only printing like 2 to 3 months out right now, right? So if the Amazing Rares are done right now and they just switched over all the lines, the rainbows are not going to be a thing, because we've also heard rainbows are going to start getting cut too, right? We've also kind of heard that rumor. Or with all these new alternate cards, or maybe, and here's the next kind of segue into my next topic, maybe there's a new card altogether that's about ready to come out that they're switching over all these lines to, right?
A new card altogether. That would make sense.
Check this segue into the Pokemon Presents video. There was a statue that we saw, and I saw this on TikTok. It was either the Pokemon Presents video or it was that other Pokemon Presents teaser right before it. But we saw what looked like Arceus and Dalgia fused together, right?
Yeah.
So we saw this, what we are hoping it's going to be what we think it looks like is a V Union, right? Maybe a fused Pokemon, that V Union mechanic. So maybe what's happening is, Vivid Voltage, the Amazing Rares, all these other cards, maybe they're switching over printing types, or at least they don't want to switch back and forth for a while, particularly because everything's stressed, right? Like if they had a ton of different printing facilities open, I think they would probably reprint the, Vivid Voltage into the ground. But since there's only so many places open, they have to make a decision on what gets printed. And if they are about ready to change the card meta in a major way, which they need to, which everybody wants the card game to change in a big way because it's gotten fairly stale, or at least that's the way people feel. I think this new V Union mechanic and them having to print that and all these other new sets just in general is going to push some of these other sets out of the way. They're just not going to reprint them because they have to prioritize the other ones and these new printing types.
If that's true, and they are not going to be reprinting Vivid Voltage, that would make the most sense.
That would make the most sense.
Because of just sheer popularity, and for, hey guys, what sets can we hit the print button and sell out again? Vivid Voltage is going to be up there.
And it doesn't have a Charizard in it, which makes it a uniquely popular set right now.
So if
I would love to see it reprinted, but it just doesn't.
Yeah, man, like, I was. It's funny.
What happens in a year, right? What happens in a year when they go, okay, now our printing is all good. Now we're caught up. Now let's look back and what was cost effective. I guarantee Shining Fates is expensive to reprint. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it costs more for them to reprint Shining Fates than it does for them to reprint Vivid Voltage. So I don't know. You got to think that, yeah, it's good for a while, and those distributors and those people, we have found several times that distributors only know as much as they're given, right? So they might be told something like that because they want, the frenzy wants to build around that too. Pokemon wants that to kind of come too. So you say that, you can take it exactly as
planting seeds.
Yeah, right. Well, and here's a good example of that. We just got Hidden Fates ETBs 2 months ago.
Oh yeah.
Like, everybody was told Hidden Fates was never going to print again, and of course it did. Yeah, especially in the ETB run.
Patrick says, "Hey, that's a good topic. I'm doing a job for a guy that just retired from the Pokemon company, printing company from South Carolina, and I asked him why it's so hard to get cards right now, and he said because they don't want to take the print run off or whatever they're doing now and have to redo an old one or whatever." So basically what you were saying, they have to, it's a lot of time and money to set up these print lines to print these sets. Printing a full art rainbow and the current full art shinies and shiny fates will probably a totally different process. Yeah, totally, for sure. So if that's true, Vivid Voltage is not reprinting, at least anytime in the near future. They can always reset those lines up to reprint it down the road. But they've got, it sounds like it's probably not going to be in 2021. So what does that do for Vivid Voltage sealed product? So
it's such a popular set, and it's so hard to pull that Chunky Chew that that's probably
singles. Now we saw the amazing rares, even the Rainbow Pikachu, like all these cards. They were. I think the highest price point that they lived at was around $30-$40 per amazing rare. That's when it first came out, and then they dropped down to like $10. Or less per amazing rare. So to me, that makes those cards, like the chase cards in this set, super desirable and collectible. Like when the word gets out that Vivid Voltage is not going to be reprinting anymore, I think it's going to be a feeding frenzy on the available singles that people are like, oh, yo, amazing rares. The full art's in there. We got B and we got Nessa, the secret rare versions of those.
Is there any amazing rares and battle styles?
I don't think so. I've not heard. Did you say earlier that the digital card list?
Yeah, they revealed the entire set list, and I looked through it, and I don't remember seeing any amazing rares. The reason I ask is that the end? Is the Shining Fates the end of the amazing rare run for now?
And I hope not, because I was just the other day I was doing a rip and ship and I pulled a Reshiram. And I thought about the Reshiram Charizard, and I'm like, man, would it not be cool to have an amazing rare Charizard?
Yeah. But what could happen is they could do it like Shining cards, right? Where you get every couple sets, maybe, a year from now, 2 years from now, another round of amazing rares comes in 2 or 3 sets, That's what I'd imagine they're going to do. But for the time being, and forever, I guess now, Vivid Voltage is the first American run of the amazing rares, right? That's where you first see it.
Yes.
That's going to be a hot set forever then.
Yeah.
Forever.
Man. Yeah. So I hate this because it was like, There's that time when you're like, man, I should have trusted my gut, because early February I was buying up Vivid Voltage because I just knew in my gut, I'm like, yeah, this set's going to trend up, and I don't think they're going to be printing any more of it. And so I was buying booster boxes and sleeve booster packs and 3-pack blisters. Like, I just, wherever I saw it at retail, I was like, yeah, you know. And then I just started moving it and selling it because it got into my head that I'm like, man, this is going to be reprinted so much this year. It's such a popular set. I better sell it now while the hype's up and the price is up. Well, now I'm sitting on very little Vivid Voltage, and it's like, oh, no.
Trevor, it's funny because before Vivid printed, I was dogging it super hard. I was dogging it. I told Trevor, I'm like, I'm not really even interested. It has nothing that I want
in it.
It doesn't have a Lucario. It doesn't have a Greninja. It doesn't have, you know, it has Pikachu, I guess. And you know me, I'm like, okay, whatever.
Pikachu.
Little did I know it's a 1 in 1,000 friggin' pull rate, and you know everything else that's in that set and what it is today. But still, you know, it's not my cup of tea, and I guess that's, you know, it's a bit freeing for that reason. But still, I mean, I haven't had any Lucarios or Greninjas in a while. Matchless Fighters though, which if everybody's on looking around the interwebs right now, Matchless Fighter cards are starting to pop up. They're pretty sweet. I'm pretty excited about that set. Battle Styles, by the way, is going to be released in waves.
Again.
Yes, we did. We did get word. So launch is 3/19, which you're going to get most of your booster boxes during that time, and some elite trainers. So the elite trainers and the boosters, the first wave is 3/19. The second wave is going to be boosters again, and that's planned for late April. And then late May, you're going to get the mini portfolios, more elite trainer boxes, and more boosters. So that's going to be a lot of product.
Yeah, some stuff to anticipate with that release. If you guys do get product, you know, just keep in mind that code cards are valued at an all-time high right when a set releases. And with that set being super, super TCG, you know, as far as a lot of those cards are going to be our new, you know, the new part of the new meta, single strike energies, the multi-strike stuff. You know, I would anticipate some pretty pricey code card stuff. If you guys have Code Catchers downloaded, the app on your phone, if you're not familiar with that, and you got a giant stack of code cards sitting around, download the app, attach your PayPal to it. It uses your camera, and it just scans the QR codes on all these cards. You just go zip, 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 and then they PayPal you for those within like 24 hours. It just got super bright in here.
Yeah, it looks like an angel just pulled up to your window. Oh, Arceus just walked by.
Right. So that, and
so you can do that, or you can scan them in to
and actually play
CGO. And well, in the first day, if you get them out there, there's so many people that are super thirsty for those code cards. So like, if you're the kind of person that's trying to build old decks, you know, best time to trade your packs, your digital packs, is at that time, because you can trade digital packs for individual cards, right? So like all these decks are probably going to go out of the meta very soon here with Matchless Fighter and Battle Styles. But if you're trying to build Eternatus or ADP or any of those different decks, right when a set drops, that's the best time to trade some of your digital booster packs for those cards that you want to build your deck with.
Yeah. Also, good point. Scott says, what does this mean for the casual collector with a few of those singles laying around? Is this the time to send them off for grading, even with the price inflation for those services? So with the singles collector, yes, like have your radar up for Vivid Voltage singles, specifically the amazing rares, the secret rares, the Pikachus, of course, any of the Pikachu.
The full art trainers.
The full art trainers. Basically anything in that set that's in really good shape and minty, it would be worth picking up because, yeah, with that being announced, there's going to be trending up happening with the singles and the sealed product. as well. Elite trainer boxes too. Oh, wrong one. That one.
Yeah, those elite trainer boxes I really thought would be on shelves forever. It just seems like one of those products you would just see forever, but
yeah,
I guess joke's on us. Pokemon, remember when Pokemon released that tweet, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna be reprinting all of your favorite sets. Don't worry about it." Wow.
no PR.
Please. I hope they come back around on that at some point in time.
Empty PR move. So yeah, to recap here, Vivid Voltage distributors, if you guys are just tuning in, distributors have sort of put out there that this set will likely not be printed anytime in the foreseeable future. So what does that mean? If you guys have sealed product, hang on to it. It's a hold now. If you guys, this is new information. So this information is going to take a while to get around. So this is the time to look on eBay for those, reasonably priced booster boxes that are under $200. Probably a really good buy right now. The singles that are minty, get on eBay, look for those full art trainers that, have trended down. Go ahead and pick those up. Hang on to those because those will likely trend up as well. If you have it, I would recommend not opening it. Keep it sealed. Yeah. And act accordingly for a set that will not be reprinted here in a little while.
Yeah, I really do wonder what that set will do and what the long term of it looks like. If it'll be crazier.
I love it. I had so much of it. I wish I would have.
I don't think it's a bad deal and here's the thing, you buy it and it still trends down a little bit for a while, it'll go back up. Yeah. It's one of those sets. It'll eventually be caught. It'll be eventually valued more than what you bought it for at some point in time.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and pop up in here because now's a good time to probably segue into looking for this.
So, yeah, I wonder, maybe I should give it a Google too. Because I can't find it on YouTube, but I sure as heck found it on TikTok right away. The Union Mystery. So what I think is going to happen, and I really hope this is the mechanic that they're going with.
So you said it was Arceus.
Yeah, it's like a golden statue, and it looks like Arceus and Dalgia, and Palkia, all merged together. Because Arceus split those two up, and then I think that's the way that the tree looks. So yeah, what I think, how you have the tag team card where it's ADP. What I think we're gonna see in the new mechanic is you're gonna lay two V cards, and then you're gonna have to lay a V Union card, which will hopefully be the two Pokemon merged together. Which, if you're kind of following along with the game and the Gigantamax, Dynamax kind of thing, you could see where you could start merging Pokemon and stuff too. You could see where that mechanic could start coming in.
It's an interesting mechanic that doesn't currently exist in any of the games. I wonder if whenever the new game gets dropped, that's going to be kind of the premise for that. Do you remember where in this video the statue was?
It has to be around the Arceus point. Let's see.
Oh, are you talking about? You're not talking about his digital concert, are you?
No, I don't think it was. It wasn't during the digital concert. I don't believe. I think it was during one of the
digital concert footage pulled up, which is fine. If you guys haven't seen it, this is what it looks like. It's a fun watch. I was kind of expecting.
Yeah, can we talk about this a little bit? Did you guys expect, like I did, to actually see Post Malone?
I did. I expected to actually see Post Malone. I expected maybe like a Katy Perry cameo, and I expected Pokemon songs that actually talked about Pokemon.
Right.
Not Post Malone recording his normal songs that I can hear on the radio, and all they did was they sort of did this video in accordance to and line it up with his songs, which, the videos were cool. I love seeing Pokemon. My girlfriend was super excited to see Jigglypuff at the end,
Yeah.
which is here.
I'm kind of butthurt that they threw Slugma in there, but no Lucarios, no Greninjas. Come on.
Oh yeah, you know what? I was very underwhelmed. I think I hyped it up too much. It was like, oh, I'm so excited, and I feel like for being the number one grossing entertainment company in the world, it's like, really, guys? I don't know. It just seemed kind of and then the animation with Post Malone kind of hobbling around like a puppet, on puppet strings. I feel like that his figure animation was a little hokey. I don't know. It's just my opinion. Anyway.
Yeah, I was a little upset by it. My wife was like particularly upset because she loves Posty, right? So she's like literally excited to watch a concert where she can see him perform, and she's like, is this it? Is he just a digital him the entire time? I'm like,
Yeah.
I think this is gonna be it. I got several text messages afterwards where people were like, that's all of it. There's nothing else. But yeah, it's whatever. I mean, I just hope that it did say we would see more. So look for more songs by Katy Perry and somebody that I didn't even recognize. I don't know who the other guy was or person, musician.
Yeah, it was Katy Perry and somebody else. I'm like you. I was like, I don't know that person.
So I will try to find it. Oh, is this it right here? I think this is it. This image was teased.
Is it in the gameplay footage of Diamond and Pearl?
It was a statue that was in that video, and I think it was in between the Diamond and Pearl stuff, or it was at the very beginning as it was flashing through all that stuff really fast.
Yeah, 1 second. I think I might have.
It looked kind of like.
Is this it?
Ooh, let me see. I'm on a different page. I'm Googling madly right now. I think that's it. Yes, that is it.
Okay.
So can we zoom in on that at all? So this is the golden statue that
so it does look like, hold on. Let me see if I can I don't think it'll let me scroll in. Wait. Nope.
Oh, no, but I can still see it. I don't know if everybody else can see it on here, but
wait.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that was cool. It's very Animal Crossing looking, isn't it?
Hold on.
Man, I can't believe you found that. Nice. Wow.
Sorry.
Wow.
I'm gonna try to catch it.
And there. Okay, well, that's about as good as you're gonna get. So yeah, you can see that it has Dalgia's little like side circle things, right? Yeah. It kind of has Arceus's head, but it's a little bit shortened up.
Yeah.
So I think this is maybe a hint to what we're going to possibly see with V Union in the future.
How do you guys feel about that V Union premise stuff? So it looks like it's going to be like, are we going to start Frankensteining together Pokemon? Have they gotten to the point where, well, we've got almost 1,000 different types of Pokemon. We don't really want to make any new Pokemon, so let's just start fusing together Pokemon we already have.
So think about the Pokemon in Sword and Shield right now that is like 2 different types of fossils put together.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe they could do a V Union where it actually shows the correct Pokemon.
What if it's like, what if you have Snorlax, but like Snorlax and Pikachu?
Just Snorlax with a Pikachu costume on.
It's Snorlax with like a Pikachu tail.
That's it.
And like little Pikachu legs.
I wonder how like accurate they'll keep it to, like it has to be a certain type of Pokemon, or it has to be like 2 of the same, like it has to be 2 dragons maybe, or it has to be 2 dark types. I don't know. Maybe that's something about it. Because like there has to be some sort of rule that's built into only certain Pokemon confused with certain Pokemon, right? Um, so yeah, I don't know. I wonder what that. Or yeah, somebody just said combined Pokemon is what happens after the VMAX climax. So yeah, maybe there's some sort of build up to it where you have to do some other things in order to be able to do a V Union. But I don't
Maybe.
know. That's really interesting. I wonder if it's kind of like a GX move where it's just an attack, right? Maybe it's just an attack where you can only use it once per game or something like that.
It's like it's like Yu-Gi-Oh! Exodia. You have to get all the
Yeah.
pieces. Maybe you have to have two Pokemon out and play, and then that's a prerequisite to play your V Union card, which is basically both Pokemon combined, but now it's one, and it's got more powerful attack, higher HP, and maybe dual type or something like that.
Yeah, something like that, right? There was cards before where you had to get multiple cards in order to build one legendary Pokemon, I think, right?
Yeah, I forget what sets they came out in, but there was the one where it was like Ho-Oh and
Yep.
Lugia, and there was two halves of the card, and you had to play them both and combine them. And then there's also one for I think Raikou and Entei, maybe. Um, hmm. I mean, to say the least, it's something exciting and to look forward to. Something.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, that would be fun. You know what? Instead of them just creating Pokemon out of like really strange obscurity, like somebody yesterday was with Delmise or whatever the damn anchor Pokemon is. They're like, oh come
Yeah.
on, you know, like what are we? We're really stretching to here, Pokemon. I would prefer at least I would prefer them to merge Pokemon, or at least like do some sort of family tree evolution. Oh, Arceus is set in the past too. The MMO that's coming out, the
Yes.
Zelda, so it's set in the past. So maybe we'll just see like or learn that Pokemon, kind of fused out of one another because we don't really know a lot of the origin stories, right? And I think we're gonna get some of that in Arceus. Um, so
Um,
maybe that's something to do with it.
Yeah, I think right now the only information that we have is of course, Arceus is the original Pokemon.
Right.
There should be a movie too. I'm sure that has some backstory on Arceus as well. So Palkia and Dialga were created by Arceus, and one controls time and one controls space.
Mm-hmm.
And then from them, you kind of like that's the pinnacle of the Pokemon tree, and then it goes down to Dialga and Palkia. And then from there, it's like Groudon, Kyogre, you kind of start
Right.
working your way down and then eventually get to, your legendary birds. I think it says Lugia, and then from was it the legendary birds? Yeah, so the birds from
Urantia,
the
Garantina.
Articuno Zapdos, and then from there you've got like so from Ho-Oh you've got your legendary dogs or
Yeah.
Beast, Entei, Raikou, Suicune.
Interesting. So I wonder if
It's very
in this
interesting.
game we'll see a bunch of the origins of all those Pokemon and how all of that broke up. Because it looks like you're building the Pokedex. Is the like point of that game? Like you're the first one creating the Pokedex.
From the point of what game?
The arc in Arceus. That seems to be the point of the game. Is like
Yeah.
you're creating the first Pokedex.
Yeah, potentially. I'm very excited for that. It's not going to be released until next year, from what I heard from GameStop employees. You can pre-order the Diamond and Pearl now, though, through GameStop.
It's not being made by Game Freak, the Diamond and Pearl are, but kind of bummed about that, but whatever. Is what it is. I'm sure it'll be good. Yeah, I'm still playing.
What it is. All right, you guys want to open up a pack?
Yeah, open up a damn pack, man. Let's go. I pulled a Charizard this last weekend, so I am pack. I feel like I'm pack pulled out for a little bit.
Need those Shining Fates.
Hey.
I've only pulled one Charizard on one of my ripping ships for somebody.
Mine is at BGS as of today.
Ooh, the one that you pulled on Pokemon Day?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, that day. The next morning at 9 a.m., I was at UPS and I'm sending it off. I don't collect Charizards, so chances are.
Was it before the price jump?
It was, yeah, it was. So we'll see.
All right, we got Rusty Sword. Here.
Dude, these hit so hard. Shining Fates is so much fun to pull.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Prices are starting to kind of drop on Shining Fates now that more product is getting out there into the market. In the system, what is that? That's our reverse. Team Yell Towel. Oh, I would love a Team Yell Towel, by the way.
Like a towel? That'd be cool. Hey, I'm wheezing.
I want the real version of this towel. I would use it.
That actually is pretty cool. That'd be a good golf.
Kind of a terrible
or a golf bag. Dude, I'm going to put that on my golf bag for sure.
You play golf?
Mm-hmm. Just nerding out there with your Team Yell grunt towel. People are like, who's this guy? What?
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Well, this has been Curtis here, known to a lot as War Curdle. We got Zach Humphrey from Aurora Beam Collectibles, also known as Zach the Ripper. Trevor says, "Screw Diamond and Pearl. Did anyone see the open world game coming next year?" Yeah,
we sure did.
Those are all going to be wonderful games. I can't wait. But yeah, guys, have a great day, and we'll see y'all next time.
Later.
Bye-bye.
See you in the outro. Coffee and Pokemon. Just like that.
Gano can't